Guys, TinaGale here, and today I have a little mini album that I'm doing. This is for Paper House Productions, and we're teaming up with Tomboy. So I don't know about you, but when I first started scrapbooking, the first glue I heard about was Tomboy, and it is awesome. It's strong. This liquid adhesive right here is kind of my go-to adhesive for a lot of projects like this, as well as their tape runner. So be sure to check those out. So the first thing I did was just take some cardstock, and I made my album about 5 inches tall, and then it's I think about 3.5 inches wide. So I just cut 2 strips, glued them together. You can see here where I'm using the glue and then just a little brayer so that I get it good and adhered all the way down. And then this little extra flap I just cut off, and that is my little album. So I have all of these pages to decorate. I decided to cut little tags to go in the pockets, and I wanted some reinforcers. So one easy way, if you haven't seen this before, to make reinforcers is to just use 2 punches. So you just cut a small punch and then use a little bit bigger to go around it, and you have the perfect paper enforcer. And I just cut or punched a small hole on all of my tags, and I'm gluing these on the front and the back, because I want to put twine in them, and it's going to get a lot of wear and tear because I hope people pull them in and out. I'm going to decorate them with photos and some little grateful quotes. So that's all of my tags. I let my book sit for a little bit and kind of dry and get really cured. And now I'm ready to decorate the front. So I found this paper that has the wood grain, and I really loved it. So I was trying to decide whether I want it to go all around the book or just the front, but I decided I want to go ahead and put it front and back and just wrap it around. So I'm just making some little marks, and then I'm just going to trim it down and cut it. Again, I'm using the Tomboy mono adhesive, and I'm going to put a lot of adhesive on there and then just wrap my book with it. So I'm going to go fairly fast in the video because this took quite a while, and the video is going to be longer than normal, but this is a big project. So I hope you'll stick around for the whole thing. You can, of course, speed through it if you don't want to watch all of it, but I go pretty fast, so if you skip through, you might miss a few things. But again, I'm just using that brayer to make sure all of that adhesive gets adhered really well to the front and back. But I love that wood grain. All of the paper that I'm using today is from the Autumn Woods collection, so I'll have links down below to all of those for you to check out. But it is absolutely gorgeous. It's just so rustic and country. So my video cut out, but you can tell in the front of that book there's this quote that's stamped, and it's "There are so many beautiful reasons to be thankful." And I stamped that, and then I used these twin tone dual tip markers, and these are fabulous. They have a little brush tip and then a really skinny tip, and they blend really well. These are really the bright colors, and so they were pretty bright, but it worked well for my leaves. And on the title on the front, I did red and green and then just kind of brushed it together, and it kind of made a rusty brown in the center. So I'm sorry the video cut out and you missed that, but here are the leaves, and I colored the words in pretty much the same way. I just started with one color and then filled in a little bit more with the other. Like this one was red and orange, and then I put green in with it, and it just turned to this beautiful fall rusty color, just like the leaves would be. So this one I colored in with green, and then I'm going to do the tips with this orange. And as you can tell, they blend, and it just creates a whole new color. So I had a lot of fun coloring with these. And they come in pastels, and these are the brights. So be sure to check out all the different ones. So these, I was so excited to get these from Tomboy and get to play with them. And then there's another pen that I can't even attempt to tell you what it's called, but I will try to link to it. But it's like a Japanese type pen, and it's a brush tip marker where there's black on one end and gray on the other, and that's what I'm going to use to write on my tags. I'm going to put pictures of my kids and then just write things that I'm grateful and thankful for them on either the back side or the tag that goes along with it on the other side. So you'll see more of how I kind of put the tags into the books in a little bit. But for right now, I've just colored up all the leaves and then fussy cut them. And I want to play and decorate a little bit. So I had this paper that had the border strip with the pumpkins, and I really wanted to get it on there. So I decided to just cut a little strip. I'm going to adhere it to the bottom of the front of the book so that I can have all of those gorgeous pumpkins on it. And then I stamped a leaf directly onto the book, and then I'm going to layer up a couple that I colored in onto the top of that just for some little added dimension, and because I couldn't get too many leaves on there, it was just too busy, but it looked really good by having just the stamp onto the background and not really colored in at all. Then I decided I wanted just a little bit of something else, so I get the epoxy stickers here and some of the puffy stickers and add a pine cone and some leaves. So that really finished off the front of that album. It turned out so pretty, and I just love how it turned out. So here's a couple of the little leaves that I put on. I debated back and forth on these little banners. This collection, the Autumn Woods collection, is so pretty. It's hard not to just go overboard and see. You can see I'm just playing all around. I had that arrow and I really liked it, but I didn't quite care for the color, so then I went for the rusty kind of reddish color. So now I'm ready to go to the insides, and this was kind of the start of this entire project, where these little pocket corners, they have adhesive on the two outside squares there so that you can make a pocket and tuck it in. So I wanted to do that with the tags. You can also take the adhesive off the whole back and put it on. So I think you can see Christine's layout that she did, and she used 4 of them to create circles on the back of her pages, so that was really great. So again, I just pulled my brayer out to kind of go over that adhesive to make sure that it stuck down really well. So I put my twine through my tags, got all of the different pockets on there, so I have 6 different ones. And now I'm going back and going to decorate all of the tags. So you can already tell this project took me quite a while to get going. So I'm just going to decorate using all of the different products that I have. These are some of the leaves that I colored in. And I will go back and forth between some of the tags, trying to decide which ones I want. These little sticker flakes are so cute and they're so fun. There's so many of them in the little package, and I've had a lot of fun putting them in my planners, my memory planner, and my working planner. And then they were perfect size to put on these little tags. And they have these little critters. So this was a little raccoon, and they have, I think they're little hedgehogs. I can't even remember now. But I think some of them make it on. I know the raccoon and the leaf goes on. I think it says Happy Autumn. I think I've put that on just about every project I've done here in the fall because it's just so cute. Then some of these tags I went ahead and used the washi. So this collection comes with washi. There's 2 different sizes in the package. There's a wide one and a narrow one, and the narrow one is a real pretty kind of bronzy leaf foil on it with a clear background. So I end up going back on the book itself and adding that thin washi all along the top at the very end just to add a little bit more. So here I'm just mixing some of the leaves that I colored and some of the epoxy sticker leaves that I have. But as you can tell, I'm just kind of going back and forth and playing. I end up getting some word stickers and sticking on as well. So it was just a lot of fun just to play and pull out different products. So here again, I loved how the washi turned out, so I decided to do it again on this other green tag. So all my tags, there are 2 of each one that I cut out, so that worked out pretty good. This one here is printed with that green kind of leafy pattern. So it was gorgeous, and the little fox, I couldn't resist. I've used him a lot too, so I stuck him on with the green. And then this little raccoon is going to go on this one, so I could have animals, I think, just on every one of them, either on the tag or the pocket itself. There's a little animal from this collection on there. And this pocket here with the owl, I don't know. I just love this collection. It is so pretty. I love the colors. I love the designs in it. So again, that green tag, the washi looked so good. I just repeated it on every one of them. And just keep it going and flowing. And then another one of the little sticker flakes with the pumpkin. Be sure to go over to the Paper House blog and see what else the design team has come up using either the fall or the Halloween collection and more of Tomboy's products. So I hope you enjoy all of the different projects that we've come up with and try some of them. I would love for you to try making a little gratitude album like this. It was so much fun to put together. And so right here is where I go back and add some of the words. So this is from the sticker book that goes with the Life Documented collection. And it was a sticker that kind of is made to go in the entire block of your planner. But I just cut all of the words apart and used some of them to decorate the tags, some of them to decorate the outside of the pockets. So you can tell I just keep going back and forth, finding different product and just finishing out and filling up all of the different pieces, finding that perfect little spot, which is what's really fun when you make something like this, because you can just play and you don't have to follow any fast and hard rules. So I got one of the little circle stickers and a word label to put on that one, and I wanted another label for the tag. So that one's going to finish that out. So it's funny how you can sit and you can play so much, but you know when it's done, when you're like, yes. So like that little word label on that owl, when I put it on there, it's like, yep, that's done. And then this one just needed just that little bit of a word label at the top. But I did want more on the pockets. So I'm going to end up going back and adding even more. When I finish up with the words, then this is where I decide I want to go ahead and put that washi along the top of the book. It just seemed a little bit plain. I mean, it was pretty, but I just felt like it needed a little bit more. So I ended up tearing it at the end of each one of these pages, and I kind of wished I'd went ahead and just carried it over and just wrapped around all of them, because with opening and closing the book, some of it's kind of lifting up from the wear and tear of touching it so much. So if you do something like this, I would go ahead and just keep wrapping that washi tape all around the pages. And then I still had some of these clips here. They're like the bobby pins with the little epoxies. And I love that little bunny, so I put it on. And then afterwards I got to looking, and my fox is on that tag, and it's like, kind of looks like that fox is looking up at that bunny and thinking, you look kind of tasty there. So I don't know. And then the changing colors sticker was perfect for that leaf. And again, I'm just going back and forth. I have these epoxy stickers. I wanted to get more of the leaves. So I kind of started with the bigger embellishments, put all of those, where I wanted those, and then I go back to the smallest. So these small little leaves, and just filling in those little bits that need a little bit more. And some of these pockets, I really wanted more on those. I felt like they were still kind of plain. So I end up going to the rice paper stickers, which is kind of like washi, but these are like paper strips that are printed and embossed with the beautiful foiling. I end up taking some of those and putting on the tags as well as the little pockets. And this one had the words on it. Let me see. I think it says Autumn Memories, and it's in that copper foiling. So I stuck it on top of that pumpkin pocket because I felt like it just needed a little bit more. And then I stuck another one that said Cozy Autumn Days onto the plaid pocket along with the pumpkin. So those gorgeous orange pumpkins with that copper foiling, and then that pocket had the foiling. So it's just gorgeous. So there you could kind of see a peek into all of the pages. Then I thought, why not put some more on the front cover? So this one had all of the leaves, and I decided to stick that onto the front. And then I decided that looked pretty good. So here's a quick look at all of the pages and how it turned out. Again, I'll put some photos and some cute little quotes in there, and it will be a great fall project. So thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. Be sure to click my little face there if you're not already a subscriber, and check out some of my other videos. So have a great day, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.